everybody. The very disturbing news befell our island community, talking about riots up at northern high schools, which we've come to learn, Officer Paul Tapao with the Guam Police Department, was a result of underage drinking. This is a very serious problem in our community.
Yeah, absolutely. We're starting to see a rise of, coming in from the reports, coming in from the respective precincts, not just in the northern side, but throughout the island, the consumption of alcohol with our minors. And it's starting to take its effect as the community is starting to see now the dark side, where kids who are under the influence, they start to get into violent behavior. And this is something that we need to address as a community.
Now, of course, the obvious question becomes, why are parents not more involved? Or how, probably even more to the point, how can parents get more involved to make sure that this doesn't happen anymore?
And that's a great that you brought up the parents, because we stress this in the School Crime Stoppers program, that it takes the school to help with the kids with their education, but we need the parents to get involved with the kids, whether it be the disciplinary part or just knowing what the kids are doing on a day-to-day basis. If the parents play more of a role with the kids, they get involved with the kids and hear what the school has to offer, and also see what the kids are doing, you're going to see a dip, or actually a drastic change in the child's attitude and behavior when it comes to peer pressure, such as consumption of alcohol, or maybe even dangerous drugs such as butane. So parents do play that important role.
Mm-hmm. Now, in the Guam that you and I grew up in, we're about the same age, there was a problem of store owners potentially selling alcohol to young children and everything like that. You guys have really cracked down on that, and stores face really serious penalties if they get caught doing that kind of thing.
Yes, with the laws, with the 21 and over, it's been it's been coming down on them. We've worked with ABC in operations such as Dragon Slayer and underage drinking. And we also want to introduce acknowledge our other government agencies, such as Guam Behavior, Health and Wellness, for putting out programs for the youth in the community about underage drinking. These guys have played a vital role, and they've been that missing piece, that link that we as police officers actually failed to see, because now you have organizations such as the Youth for Youth reaching out to the kids and telling them about the dangers of alcohol and everything, not just alcohol, but also drugs. So now we're starting to see that gap that we're actually bridging and being able to reach out. And of course, we have our agencies such as Department of Youth Affairs, Sanctuary Incorporated, and of course, all our nonprofits such as Island Girl, all getting involved in addressing issues surrounding our kids.
And of course, there is a way that we as community members can get involved and help solve crime. It's by getting involved in this week's Crime of the Week.
Yes, this week is a robbery, and what's weird about it was that this happened in a span of 2 weeks and at the same location where the possible suspect is a minor.
All right, let's find out the information.
The Guam Police Department needs the community's assistance in reference to 2 robberies that occurred on Route 1 Marine Corps Drive by the entrance to Carlos Heights in Upper Tumon. Now, according to the police report, the first incident occurred on Monday, the 16th of January at around 8 in the evening. The first victim was walking on a northbound sidewalk carrier towards the Micronesia Mall. As a female victim approached Carlos Heights, an unknown male approached the victim from behind and grabbed the victim's cell phone. The suspect was last seen by witnesses running into Carlos Heights. The second incident occurred on Tuesday, the 24th of January at around 10 in the evening. The female victim was walking by Carlos Heights when an unknown male approached the victim from behind and grabbed the victim's shoulder sling bag and was last seen running into Carlos Heights. Both victims identified the suspect to be a shirtless male local, possibly a minor. He was last seen wearing a dark hat and dark colored shorts. As a result of the 2 robberies, no one was hurt. If you have any information about this crime or any other crime, please call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. You can also send a text to 486-HELP. That's 486-4357. You can also submit information of a crime through our webpage at guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615 6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
All right, we appreciate it as always. So once more, is there anything that we can do to make your job easier and, make sure that kids aren't consuming alcohol?
Just get involved. We ask the parents, and we're reaching out to the parents to please get involved in your child's daily lives. I know it's a hard transition because we're working, but take that time to find out what your child is doing, what activities are they partaking in school, and know their friends. Who are their friends? It's really important, that you infuse yourself back into that relationship where parental care and of course the child upbringing, you infuse yourself back into the relationship, and you're going to see the positive things and effects that come out of that.
All right. We appreciate it as always. We'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
All right. You're welcome as always. Please stay tuned, everybody. We are back right after this.